Alright, what's up guys? I hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'm going to be posting something that I've never posted before. It's going to be a completely unstructured video, uncut video, where I talk about what's on my mind. And this video is going to be directed primarily towards you INTPs. However, if you're a different personality type, feel free to join in, whatever discussion we can create. If we can create any, I'll be happy. Also, if you guys don't enjoy this type of video, also let me know, because I want to make a video that you guys enjoy. However, if you do, also let me know. Without further ado, I'm going to be talking about what I don't like about being an INTP. Alright, so you INTPs, you guys are pretty smart. You guys have a really good grasp on life. From all the observations that you've picked up in your life and all the systems that you've created, you put a lot of time and effort and thought into understanding life in a very logical way. You have a really good grasp on life, logically. And the problem is that in itself, you guys have a logical understanding of life. You have a very logical understanding of life. You know what you don't have? You don't have an understanding of life that's concerned with relationships and other people. I feel like you guys have a very skewed view of reality in a sense. And, when I say you guys, I'm also speaking about myself because I'm an INTP. But I think that you guys neglect a lot of what other personality types would consider just as important of an aspect of life, and that is relationships. And that is stuff outside of logic. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Hypothetically, you're an INTP, and I'm not claiming that I know exactly what your life is like, but I'm gonna say generally, it looks something like this. Your days consist of researching things. You go on little spurts and little, you're really addicted to researching subjects that catch your interest for whatever particular reason. You love doing that because the more systems you create, the more understanding that you create of the world around you, the more everything fits together, the more dopamine flows through your head. And the more dopamine that flows through your head, the more you want to keep doing it. So the majority of your INTPs, your days probably consist of doing that, researching things. And it feels like you're making progress. Like it feels like a good thing. It feels like it's something that you should continue doing. I can relate. That's the same thing for me. However, I'm going to assume that after a certain point, say when you reach the age of 30 or maybe 40, you're going to start realizing that, okay, I've researched so much stuff. I understand so much stuff now. And this is why that people around 30 and 40 start developing their FE better. But you're going to start realizing that logic isn't the only important thing in life. However, ultimately, you're still going to rely primarily on logic because that's what INTPs do. They're going to do that until they die. So then they're going to think, I need to create some sort of meaning in my life because my life has ultimately zero meaning right now. Or it doesn't have enough meaning. Like I don't feel that it has enough meaning. And you're going to say, okay, well, how can I do that through logic? How can I create meaning using my introverted thinking, extroverted intuition mind? So you'll reason it out like this. Okay, maybe I can create meaning by leaving an impact. And the impact that I leave will positively affect the generation after myself. Bingo, I figured it out. Right? Wrong, you haven't figured it out, because you know what's going to happen to that generation? They're going to die as well. And you know what that generation is going to figure out? They're going to figure out that this is going to keep going on. Every single generation, all the value that's passed down, everyone's going to continue dying until you know what happens? The inevitable happens. The sun explodes and everyone dies. Everything that has ever happened on this earth is going to be for no reason at all. Everything's going to be thrown out the window. But you INTPs are smart, right? You're going to come up with another idea. How can I create logically? You guys are experts at coming up with different solutions to problems. So you're going to assume, why don't I just change my perspective? Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be looking at it like I need to provide value to the next generation, but maybe I should see that the value is not in what I do, but the value just exists in the fact that I am one with the universe. You know, I was given a gift by being able to be a part of this system that we call the universe, you know. I'm one with everything. Congratulations. You've just came to a conclusion. You know what happens when an INTP comes to a conclusion? Well, they stop being interested in whatever subject it was that they came to a conclusion on. You know what subject this is? This is life. So what happens when an INTP stops being stimulated by life? Then all the meaning that they've just created by coming to that conclusion is thrown out the window. Now they don't have any meaning in life. And, you know, that's what sucks about being an INTP, is because it all comes down to the end of the world. You know, that's why so many INTPs have this nihilistic mindset. And that's why I think it's so important that if you're an INTP, you really do be wary of the fact that there's a lot more to life than logic. And you need to try to start at as young of an age to realize the importance of your FE. You know, really realize, or really spend a lot of time trying to develop that and understand what it is. Because you might be happy right now. You know, everything might make sense right now. But, you know, think about it. 30, 40 years down the road, what's your life going to be like then? So, yeah. INTPs are smart. You guys are smart. But you have to realize that being smart is not everything. And logic is not always reliable. Logic fails at some point. And I think that's basically all I wanted to communicate in this video. But yeah, I just had this thought I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, let me know again, because I like posting it. But that's going to be everything. So I'll see you next time.